It's so
Now,
fun, yeah.
the best spot on the bill usually is next to closing. This is being captioned for the comically impaired. But our first guest wanted to go on next to the opening. Thank God it's cable.
Go ahead, baby.
Now, he wanted to go on before the opening, which is an exciting thing, man, and I mean that. But since it's for a good cause like this, he settled for this spot. Welcome a very funny man. You've seen him on The Tonight Show a lot. Please welcome our friend Gary Shandling.
Thank you. So I really wanted to come on first so I could help seat you, of course, but they wouldn't let me do that whatsoever. I have a home. I feel guilty. Let me say that right off the bat. You're not supporting me in any way. If you see this number, I'm clear. I just moved into the Valley because I have no reason to live. And I can't believe I actually own my own house. And so I'm looking at a house. And the realtor says, I look at a house like in Sherman Oaks, and it's like $100,000, and he says, well, it's got a great view. Now, for $100,000, I better open up the curtains and see breasts against the window, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to see lights for $100,000, you know. So this is a wonderful cause. As you know, I belong to a group called Sex Without Partners, and it's not a pretty story, and I met a new girl. I have many things to talk about, and I have 2.5 seconds, so, because there's like 700 guys coming on, so I'm going to go as fast as I can with this. I met a new girl at a barbecue, very pretty girl, blonde, I think. I don't know, her hair was on fire, but, yeah, and all she talked about was herself. You know those kind of girls, you know? I'm hot, I'm on fire, me, you know? Jesus Christ. Help me, put me out. Come on, could we talk about me a little bit? So I take her out, right? And those of you who have been out with me know I'm a jerk on a first date. And we go to this place, very dark, elegant, and, you know, she had a beauty mark on her cheek, and I swatted it. Oh, because, wait a minute, there was hair coming out of it. It looked like legs, you know. I said, there's something on your face, you know, and she started to bob and weave. I had to fake her with her right before I got her with a laugh. Because you're nervous on a first date, you know, and I'm calling her John Boy, and I'm trying to act cool. I'm ordering in French, and it's a Chinese restaurant, you know, and the waiter's going, why you talk like that? I'm going, come on, man, you know, and he looked at her and went, there's something on your face. I went, no. It's a permanent thing. Look like John Boy. So I get her out of there. All right, now, this is the good part. I get her out of there. I'm driving her home, which is when I start to wonder if there's going to be any sex and if I'm going to be involved, right? Because I hate sitting out. All right, I have a Porsche. Is it Porsche or Porsche, actually? Porsche. All right, excuse me. I had a Toyota, which is not a macho car. I went from a Toyota to a Porsche. I didn't know what a tachometer was. You know, I thought I was doing 2,500 miles an hour. I looked at him and went, Jesus. Cop stopped me. He said, you know how fast you were going? I said, 2,500 miles an hour. I can't believe it myself. It must have got away from me there. Because it is like a game show when a cop stops you, isn't it, for a speeding ticket? You know how fast you were going? 60, higher. 70, 65, 66, 67. 67 is it. What do we have for him, Bob? Here you go, pal. All right, now. I got a jaywalking ticket, but this is the dumbest ticket of all. I'm crossing Ventura Boulevard. Cop stops me, and they have no sense of humor. The cop says, you know, you crossed in the middle of the block, and I got to give you a citation. You know, I mean, it's the dumbest thing of all. I said, well, let me have this straight. Is this going to go on my record, or can I go to walking school and have this taken off? What's the deal? If I get 3 of these, do you take my shoes? What's the deal on this thing? Now. All right, so I'm driving her home. I get her home. I'm on the couch, I'm really getting into it, and she comes into the room. Because I'm warming up, you know, and so now we're on the couch. We're necking on the couch. I'm telling her I'm getting to do comic relief. I'm trying anything to impress this chick, and I put on We Are the World, figuring this would put her in the giving mood, you know, and all she's getting is hungry, which does me no good whatsoever. And my dog's watching, which puts a lot of pressure on you there. So now we're getting ready to have sex, and it's very awkward being a single guy with all the diseases around. You know what that is. It's to the point now I won't go to bed with a woman unless she says, all right, I'll go to bed with you. And that's pretty much where I draw the line. So all right, we get into bed because I said there's a gift under the pillow. I'd try anything. And we're spawning, and I call it spawning because, there's a lot of flopping around and gasping for air, and somebody from Greenpeace was trying to stop me there, and it went great. I'm great in bed. I don't never fall out. I have guardrails. I have a hospital bed. I have a mirror over my bed, and on it says, objects are larger than they appear. Anyway, I gotta go. Enjoy everybody else. Thanks so much. Thank you.
And now, Martin Short.